for the IRS. An upstate congressman says the agency is packing heat.
Jeff Duncan says he saw IRS special agents using semi-automatic rifles at a gun range. Now he wants answers to why the agency needs that type of firepower. News 4's Sean Mazzarello has this exclusive interview.
Congressman Jeff Duncan wants answers after seeing something at an indoor federal firing range.
I expect their law enforcement to carry firearms. I don't expect their law enforcement to have a need for long rifles, whether it's an AR-15 or whether it's an MP5.
Duncan says he witnessed 8 or 9 IRS special agents using AR-15s. They're semi-automatic rifles like the ones you see here. This happened at the Federal Law Enforcement Training Center in Maryland on May 23rd.
And so while we were sitting there, the gentleman told them to sling their weapons and load a 30-round magazine into the AR-15s that they were training with.
The congressman announced on Twitter he's pressing the IRS for answers. His investigation just beginning.
Why do IRS law enforcement agents standoff capability that you would have with a long rifle or a weapon similar to the AR-15? We think of the IRS as an audit agency more than necessarily doing major law enforcement where they've got to run in or go into a situation with AR-15.
An IRS spokesman tells News 4 for security reasons they do not discuss their firearms training operations. Special agents do train at that Maryland facility, the spokesman confirmed. Duncan says the IRS does not need heavy fire capability with the FBI and other agencies at its disposal if a SWAT-type situation arises. High-powered rifle training should not be in the agency's budget right now, he says.
I can't, in my mind, fathom a reason they would need that.
Sean Mazzarello, WIFF News 4, Greenville.
And by the way, Duncan sits on the Homeland Security Oversight Committee. He says if he feels he doesn't get enough information from the IRS, he will have a committee hearing.
The full weight and power of the most feared agency on earth going after you. See how you'd feel. And knowing what we do now about the IRS, you really want these guys policing your health care soon? Talk about enough to make you sick. But can you imagine the IRS now handling our health care?
It's, well, listen, it is what it